Hello there, my stamping friends. It is Tammy with Stamp and Scrap with Tammy with a Facebook Live. Can you believe it? I am live again. I am so excited to be with you today on a Sunday. A little unusual time for me, but it is going to be great to share with you today a Color Club card for my Color Clubbers. So I thought, well, I had to make a video for Color Club because I did a fun fold. It needs a little bit of showing because a picture just doesn't do it justice. And so since I had to make that for my Color Club members, I thought maybe all of you would like to see it as well. So I thought I'd just do a live to share. So I hope you enjoy it. I have shared the measurements to the best of my abilities. They may vary a little bit, but I think I got them right. Up above if you're watching on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, they'll be right below. So this is going to get replayed on YouTube. Of course, you can rewatch it anytime. You don't have to be live to get the card measurements and all the interactions. So feel free to comment whether you're watching live or the replay. I'd appreciate it. Ask me questions. I'll try to get back to them because it has been a little bit off of my consistent schedule, but it's great to be back with you today to share a great card from our annual catalog. And there is an ordering link or just a browsing link. If you want to just browse around the Stampin' Up! Catalog, it is linked to what I'm going to use today. I had to grab the catalog to see the name. It is the Lovely and Lasting bundle that I'm using today. It is a punch bundle. I love it. And so if you want to just start with browsing there, then you can kind of search around the online store. That's great. Or just grab your catalog, and it is on page 25. But I'm using it as an in-color card today. So I'm not really using it as how the bundle shows in the catalog. I am pairing it with the Tea Time designer series paper as well as the 6x6 in color paper. So I'll talk about it as we go. I'm rambling a little bit here. Why not? Because it's been so long. I probably have like a gazillion things to tell all of you and a whole bunch of new words since the last time we had met. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you're like an old fan favorite, welcome to you too. But so the old timers, they know that I like fumble my words, I make up things all the time. So if you're new here, watch for those made up words. And so if you think she has no idea what she's talking about, you might be right. All right, and then, okay, so I have not been very consistent lately, but you know what I have not shared, and I'm gonna do this one of these days. So I'm holding this stack of cards. I don't know if I'm in view or not. So one of these days, I have got to share all of these cards. So all of you that have been supporting me, whether it be ordering, sending me cards, going to a class, taking an online class in the last like however many months, I certainly appreciate all these cards. Look at this. I've just got this huge stack. So I have been, as I get cards the last few months, just throwing them on this pile. I go to them for inspiration when I want to make a card. I go back to them and look at them. So I've just got this huge stack. They just make me so happy. But one of these days I will share them all with you. It's been a while since I've done just like a share and show video where we're not making anything, we're just showing off cards that we made. So I will do that one of these days. And I think that's all I have here. Just wanted to say hello. It's so good to see everybody. Or no, you're seeing me. I'm seeing you in the, I'm seeing your names and your profile pictures, but it's so good to see people back live. All right, so let's flip it down and get started on this beautiful Sunday morning. If you're new here, or maybe you kind of forgot who I am, where I am from. I'm from Mankato, Minnesota, North Mankato actually. And so a lot of times, more so in the winter months, we talk about the weather. Well, the reason we live here, you know, the weather, I will say, why do I live here when it's snowing out and I'm stuck at home? But we live here because today it's summertime and it is like 75 and sunny today. It is beautiful. So when I get done with the video, I'm gonna go stroll along the neighborhood with a little walk with my daughter's dog, Melody. Okay, so here we go. I am Stamp and Scrap with Tammy Nelson. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Email and text is best. If you prefer a phone call, leave me a message. I'll get back to you. That's no problem. And let's see, when you subscribe to the VIP email list, you do get this handy ruler sent to you. It's a ruler template that has all the little sneaky measurements that you might fumble upon like I do. I'm using the 1/8 today, so I often go back to this to reference the measurements. I do pretty well with the 1/4 and the 1/2 and all of those, of course, but it's when I get into these small ones that sometimes they trip me up a little bit. So I send this template that you can print out when you subscribe to the VIP email list. Everybody is welcome to do that. And next up, here's what we're using today. This is the Lovely and Lasting bundle. It is a punch bundle. I love having a label punch. They're very versatile. And then the card that I'm making today, let's show that off. So this is for, let me just remind you, I have a color club that I do every year that I focus on the new Stampin' Up! Ink colors. Here they are. We make the same card, same exact card, in all of the different colors. So this is the one that I made in Tahitian Tide. Is that how you say that? I don't know. Maybe we should all go to Tahiti and then see if it really looks like this color. So this is the fun fold that we're gonna make today, and I will share it with you in another one of the in colors. And so people that took part in the club, it lasts 3 months long. So June was our first month. They got the packets in the mail. So I'm gonna talk to them. I don't know how I'm gonna talk in this video, but the color clubbers, you have either received your card packet or I have it here ready for you to pick up. And then in July, they're gonna get a kit. In August, they're gonna get a kit. So if I have any remaining kits in July or August, I can post and let you know. June is sold out, but you can always recreate this card anytime you would like. I have the measurements up above. And it came to me from my friend Gail. I was looking for some inspiration of what I was going to do for Color Club for June. And I had received this card from Gail. Isn't that cute? And I thought, how perfect. Let's make my Color Club card from here with the same layout. So I used kind of the same general idea to get this one here. Isn't that cute? This one is really cute too. So this is adorable. But of course I had already set that I'm using this one because we wanted to use the same color, or, you know, be able to switch out the colors is why I, you know, obviously didn't go with this. And I had already told everybody we're using the Lovely and Lasting. Okay, so here, let's move this out of the way. And here we go. So I haven't done a live in a while, so we might be like all over the place. We already are, but that's okay. I gotta find the video and see if we have anybody watching. So, you know, if you're watching live, watching the replay, please say hello. Maybe tell me where you're from, what you're up to today. It's a beautiful Sunday or Monday. Maybe you're watching the replay. Monday's a great day too. So, okay, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you know, whatever day you're watching. All right, let's just tear right into this. So I had one packet left. That's what I'm using today. And look at these beautiful colors. So here we are. I got all of the stuff just kind of thrown well, it's not thrown together. There is definitely some organization in this. And I'm gonna just move my parts aside. We're gonna do this, two different ways. I'm gonna show you kind of my informal way to do it, and then I'll show you more of a formal way to do it. So this might take a while. Just get settled in, grab a cup of coffee, maybe a tea, iced tea, depending on where you are. If it's really hot, maybe you wanna go with iced tea or iced coffee. If it's not so hot, go with some coffee. I already had a pot of coffee today, so that's why I maybe talking a little fast, a little all over. Okay, so let's start with our sweet sorbet. Very beautiful color. So easy way to do this is no scoring at all. Just flip it in half, fold it in half, or flip it, whatever. And then use your bone fold to do that. And now this is like the easiest fun fold you'll ever make. And then you're gonna go like so. Just flip that back, and there you go. Now the scoring measurements are up above. We'll do that next if you like to be a little bit more fancy. But for me, this is super easy. And then next, what I did when I made the fun fold, because I wasn't sure the measurements, because you do get a little off, because this is 1 1/4, so then you're in the eighths, and you know, and so on and so forth. So it gets a little bit tricky. And I thought, well, gosh, how is this gonna work? Because I had the sample, it was, you know, kind of flying around my table, and I didn't want to go find my ruler, which, I mean, would not have been hard to do. But what I did was, I just did this. I lined it up here, and then I went here, okay? And then all I did was I folded it in half. Like, I was really being lazy, okay? I was really being super lazy. That's all I did. And then I got it in half. And then I realized, yep, that's all I gotta do is fold that in half, okay? Whoops. So that's how I started lining it up. Now it's not lining up for me because I didn't do it quite right, but that's okay. So I just folded this piece in half. And then to get that next little fold right, all you gotta do is fold it back. So you don't even have to score it if you don't want to. And then all it's gonna do is go like so. And then we just have to maneuver these going the right way, which sometimes takes me a little bit of thinking, okay? So we gotta go here, right? And then we want it this way. So it's gonna flip that and that. Ta-da, we have our fold set up. So now we have the bases of our fold ready. We're gonna set these aside and I will start piecing together what needs to be done here. All right, so I've got some pieces here. I'm not gonna tell you the measurements right now because you can look up above or in the comments and see them. So I went between the 6x6 in color packet of paper, and I also used the Tea Time Boutique Designer Series paper. And I did that because I just didn't have enough of the 6x6 for one to put all the kits together. And the Tea Time is great because it has on the flip sides of the paper all the different patterns that really work for this card. But of course you could do the Tea Time, you know, depending on. But when I cut it, I did cut it geared towards using the pattern side, not so much the tea part. But if you're making this at home and you have both, you know, both sets of paper, not a bad idea to try it. You could try this really with any paper. As you can see, I switched it from the baby card to this very elegant in color card. And so now all we have to do is put these together. It's gonna go together really quick. And now my color clubbers, if you're watching this live, you will be getting this in an email format later today, the video and some photos as well. And now let's grab, so I got kind of a little bit of interesting things going on here. Let's see, I might have to grab one from over here. Okay, so now I also have a strip here. The same designer series, some of them might vary a little bit. All the patterns work together. And now before I attach that, I want to put my bow. And so what great thing about this in colors this year, there's two different options for ribbon. We've got this more glittery ribbon. Let's see if I have a name for that. It's a metallic woven ribbon. It's in all of the colors, but we also have a twine combo pack. So a bang for your buck if you like this look is twine. You get all of 5 colors for $15, very reasonably priced. And I mean, twine goes a long ways. We do want to add a glue dot. I'm going to put a glue dot. I always put a glue dot where I want my bow to land because it just makes it easier to tie the bow. It gives you a little bit of security there. Okay, let's flip this over and let's just wrap it around 2-3 times. So in the Color Club packets, there are a combination, I think I'm gonna go one more time, combination of twine and the ribbon, just because I didn't have enough of one or the other to get them together. And I thought it would be nice to be able to try out both of them. It's kind of the point of, you know, the buy mail classes and like Color Club. It's just to try some of the products as well as like paper shares and things like that. I will be hopefully offering some paper shares for our upcoming holiday catalog. Can you believe it's that time? It'll be live next week already. And if you are on my Stamp and Scrap Cafe Crafter team, if you're a member of that, you are going to be invited to Medina coming up here in August. And I'm going to be presenting live. Oh my goodness, there's going to be so many people there. I just got asked to do it this week and I accepted, and I'm all as nervous as can be, but it'll be really fun. And if you want to join my Cafe Crafter team, we can talk about that coming up here because there is going to be a special where you get a whole bunch of freebies come July. So we won't talk about it too much today because there's not a lot. I mean, you can join today and you can pre-order out of that catalog right now. However, if you wait till, I believe it's just like this coming up week, you can, I think it's like a really cool planner you can get, and there's so many perks of being part of my group. So we'll talk about that next week or the week after. As soon as you get the special, we'll talk about it. And then you could come to Medina, or you'll be able to watch the replay. I believe there's an option for online for that too. Okay, so look at that. This is coming together really nice, but we got to do a little bit of stamping and take care of this piece here that is going to be like the fun fold. I mean, right now it's just fun, but I mean, it's still a fun fold right now, but let's make it even more fun. Let's take our fun to one more level. Let's take it to a Sunday fun day fun. I mean, right now we're just like Monday fun, but let's make it a Sunday fun day fun fold. How many times can I say that? I don't think I could ever say that again in the right order. Okay, so let's bring in our foam mat. I have a scratch piece of paper because I'm going to be doing some fun stamping. So lovely and lasting. If you're looking like, how did she do that? This looks almost like I made my own designer series paper, which I kind of did. I guess that's what you could call that, with the flower. So at first, of course, I want to use this as a focal point. I think that's going to come in July. I will use this one as my focal point. But for today, I'm going to use it as a background. I do need to find my Simply Chamois cleaning mat. I think I might have left it in the sink. I will be right back. Oh, I did not. I left it on the side of the counter. This was all like super, super stiff because it's been a while since I stamped. And all I did, I ran it under warm water, got it nice and floppy again, ready to clean. And I believe I still have the other ink on here. So before I stamp with it, I'm going to clean it off. And let's clean all these off. Let's see, what am I'm going to make this first one a thank you card. And that's why I also picked this lovely and lasting. I like to pick stamp sets, of course, because I wasn't going to buy every stamp set in the catalog. Believe it or not, I do not do that. So when I look for stamp sets to buy, and especially for Color Club, because we're going to be using it 3 months in a row, I really want it to be something that people can use for many different occasions. You're not just doing birthday, or you're not just doing sympathy. And this one had kind of hit all the highlights with thinking of you, best of luck, happy birthday, hello, thank you, and cheers. So a lot you can do with a stamp set that has many different sentiments. So now let's go ahead. We got the Sweet Sorbet ink. I've got my foam mat. Because I'm using photopolymer, it gives it a little bit of cushion. We get a crisper, nicer stamped image. And so I'm going to stamp on that. Look at how bright that is. Brand new ink pad. And I'm just going to go over the top. I'm not going to overthink where I'm putting this because it's a background. If you overthink it, it's going to take you forever. Unless you got a lot of time on your hands, then maybe overthink it because it'll take up more time in your day. But if you're like me and you just got to get going, okay, and that didn't work because I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. But photopolymer, you know what I can do? I can go back. Okay, and where I missed. You know what else would have worked? The Stamparatus. But I don't have that out. There we go. And oh, that kind of gave it a nice little shadow. Or I could flip it over and start again. It's paper. All right, and let's do that again. Do you see I just flipped it upside down, and now I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Let's try to get there. And maybe you wanna get this little tiny spot over here. Maybe we could find a spot or place on our stamp that would look good there. Let's go this tiny little flower over here. I'm just gently gonna ink that up. And now we filled in all of our basic white. That is really pretty. And next what we're gonna have to do, I punched all of these out in advance. And because it's photopolymer, it can work. If you would rather, normally maybe you'd rather stamp first and then punch, that's great too. So maybe I will try that for you. And then you can pick whatever works best for you. Now, of course, if you're getting the kit, I had to punch them out for you. So, just make it happen. If you don't have the stamp set, maybe you're just filling in with a regular sentiment and you'll skip the border. And that's okay too. Okay, so we have that option, or let's go with, now it's hard to see because I'm white on white. Let's do it this way. So if you're gonna stamp, maybe make sure your paper underneath is not white. And although this would work, right? And if I could get over the top, but then my head would be in the way of the camera, it would work better. But look at that. It's gonna be close enough. Done is better than perfect, right? Oh, but it is about perfect. Great, things are working out here. Okay, and then next, let's add our sentiment. Same color. Now, of course, you can switch this up. Oh, I'm using Thinking of You. I wanted to do a different one. I wanted to go Thank You. And we'll go straight up, straight down. Let's just let that ink soak in just a touch, no rush. Perfect. And look at that. We're gonna have a thank you card. I'm gonna have a Thinking of You card. I'm gonna close my ink. I'm done with this Sweet Sorbet. And I don't want to stick my finger in it, so let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Now, we just got to put together. So let's put on our stamped piece on our larger portion here. And then I'm going to attach it so that I don't get my little squares in the wrong spot. So let's go here. So we need this piece and this piece. So all I have to do, I'm going to flip it. So I got to kind of hold it in place with just my hand there. And now I'll flip it back. I am using my Stamp and Seal Plus. That seems to be nice and strong to hold this in for a fun fold. And then next we're just going to line up here to the edge. And so we can put our adhesive right on this little flap. Let's see here. There we are. And then next what we do, we have some of these little squares. So now, perfect little card if you just want to put a short little message and sign your name. So you can put a little message here, a little message here. And now, of course, if you have more to say, you do have the back side of the card as an option for some writing, or you could just insert a little note. But look at how beautiful that is. And someone is going to leave that on display, I would guess, if you give this card to them. This is not a card that just gets tossed to the side. Okay, let's put our background, or our label punch, I'm sorry, that's not really background. We're gonna attach it to the background. We're gonna put that up on some dimensionals. And just put it about right in the center. And that completes a second in color card. Isn't that cute? Look at how these come together quite nicely. Now let's make one more. I said I was going to do one in a little more formal way. So now we have to really look at our measurements if we're going to be scoring, which is great if you like to be more precise. Let's move this out of the way. So let's decide what color we're going to use. How about, and I'm gonna have to do some cleaning in between here. Let's do the Starry Sky. It's kind of an in between a blue and a purple. It's a really pretty rich color. We'll do the Starry Sky. So here again, I've got this is from the Tea Time Boutique card bundle, or the 6x6 card stack that has all the in color colors. And I also have the glittery ribbon. So we'll use that for this card. And let's see. Let me move some pieces out of the way. I got too many pieces here right now. Okay, but let's go ahead and do the scoring. That'll get us started. So first, let's get our card base. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so our card base, I don't know if I have a scoring tool here. See, that's how I don't score too much unless I have to. I kind of leave my scoring board to the side. In fact, I had to find my scoring board. I don't know if I have a tool here. But if you don't, so, you know, of course your scoring board, it comes with one, but if you're like me, you misplace it because you score and then you leave it sit on your desk or on a different surface, and then you come over here and then you don't have it. But you can also use your bone fold, or one other option. Let me see if I have them over here. I guess I don't. I must have moved them somewhere from my last live event. All of our take a pick tools, there is an option for one end where it has a scoring tool. I use that quite a bit. I just don't have one handy here. So we'll just go with the bone fold. And so what we're gonna do is on our base, we're gonna score it like a regular standard 4 1/4. Now, if you remember on the first card, I just flipped it back. Now, if you don't like to just flip it back like I do, you will score it at 2 1/8. Okay, so not a fourth, just right in between there. And that's gonna give you the same exact thing as if you just fold it. You know, sometimes it's nice if you have a little bit harder time folding it and getting that even. This is a great option for you, is to use the scoring tool. And so as you see here, now we end up with that same. It does fold back a little easier if you take the time to do the scoring. So, you know, I don't take the time to do it, but it is kind of highly recommended. You get just a nicer crease on there if you do the scoring. And now next we're going to have to take this piece here that we need to score. Rather than just folding it back, hoping it works, we can make sure that we are gonna have success by taking this. I have this at 8.5 by 2 1/4 is this little piece here. Again, measurements up above, so you will be able to go back and look at this, so you don't have to really follow along as far as writing it down quick as I'm talking. So let's just start with the 4 1/4 because that's what's going to fold it in half. Okay, that's going to be half. And now again, we've got to do the 2 1/8 to get the nice even amount for our squares. And so here we are. You'll see how that folds together. Whoop. How about then you have to fold it on the score line. That is a great idea. Here we are. And then same, we'll flip it back. And now we've got our fun fold. And that's all there is to it. So scoring is a great option as well. Now let's go ahead and quickly put this one together, and then we can all get on with our day. I see somebody just said they're making a whole bunch of cards today. You know, depending on where you are, I bet it's a great day to stay inside and make cards. I get very conflicted in the summer months because I want to make cards, I want to go outside, I want to do other projects in the house. Today I'm going to do a little bit of everything. So making cards this morning, and then this afternoon I'm going, well, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to go for a walk. Then I'll probably come back and finish the email for the color clubbers. And let's find this piece here. See, so, I mean, look at this. Maybe I should try that. I think I'm going to put the teacups up. Let's just try it, see how it looks. All right, look at that. That's going to look cool. All right, and now we can decide here. So once you have all of your pieces all sorted by color, you can mix and match the colors too if you're doing your color club cards. Maybe you really want to switch it up. And let's set here this. Okay, look at how easy this is to put together. So don't let fun folds scare you. They don't have to be scary. They're not hard at all. You know what? I didn't put my ribbon. Well, now what are we gonna do? I forgot the ribbon. Well, we'll figure something out. See, that's what happens when you get in a hurry. I should have just slowed down. And we'll do some stamping here real quick. I'll clean off my stamp and then we'll do this in the Starry Sky. Same card as the first one. We're just switching it up a little bit. Okay, that's coming together quite nice. So we have our piece of 2x4 designer series paper. And let me find, I'm just losing things. This was like really cleaned up when I started too. So that's definitely not going to be an excuse that I had a mess because I had my desk really clean when I started. And it is really getting to be a mess already. All right, that's where I put my mat, in front of me. I always look to the side. I don't know why I flung that up to the front. So I just cleaned off that stamp, and we probably need to clean off the border too, because I'm going to do another border. And this one I think I will make, let's make it a birthday card. I'm going to make sure these are clean. I don't think I have stamped yet with my Starry Sky ink pad. So this will be really fun to just see this color. It's one thing to see it like in the paper format, but once you put ink to paper, it is really exciting. So if you haven't yet gotten the in color, oh shoot, I didn't show you how easy this is to punch up. Here I did it both ways and I didn't show you. So look at that. So easy to line up. That border on that stamp just adds so much to the punch. I mean, it's great on its own, just like this, but adding that little border really gives it a nice polished finish. Okay, so now we need to get our 2x4 basic white. We will, here, let's go this way. When it's bigger, I like to go from the top It helps so that you don't get ink everywhere. So remember, maybe you don't remember. It's been so long, you probably don't remember. We want to just do a gentle tap, tap, tap. We don't need to go crazy on the ink. And look at that. I'm not really getting ink anywhere on my block by just gently tapping. You can tap as many times as you want, but looks like that looks really good. And then just a gentle, like basically you can just touch it down onto your paper. I just touched it down gently and then just gently push on there. You know, don't go too crazy. And then just tap it off of there. Look, I missed it again right there. It must be something about that size. Let's try that again. So now I know. Okay, so I need to push a little. So gentle, right? Except for right here. Let's try that again. It's just paper. So if you messed up one, just get another piece. It's white too. Okay, so I know I need to push a little harder right in that one little spot. Let's hope that this one worked. Okay, there we go. A little better. Why am I missing that one spot? But it's photopolymer, so I can just drop it back down there. Okay, much better. Now let's flip it. And I actually like that because it's giving it a little bit of a halo. And you know what I think it probably is that like my paper's not even. Okay, and then we're just flipping it over. And then I want to put one more little thing right down here. So let's try that. That looks really nice. So next month, I just have this one cut out. I just want to see how this is going to look. A color contour die. I think those are still in there. It's one of my favorite dies. And let's try this. So maybe this is like a preview of July Color Club. Let's go straight up, straight down. And I'm giving that a pretty good push. Oh, very nice. And then what we can do is we could probably just add a label down there, some ribbon, and we'll be good to go. So that's kind of a little preview, I think, of probably July Color Club, which that is just around the corner. So I know for sure, I still need that out. I will not be live next Sunday. Next Sunday, I am going to be in Hayward, Wisconsin. So if any of you are watching from Wisconsin in that area, I will be in Hayward with my family, enjoying the 4th of July weekend at my brother's cabin. Hopefully doing some kayaking and some boating, maybe paddleboard, we'll see. Paddleboard, not my strong suit. If I get talked into doing paddleboarding, it will be like the joke. You know, everyone will be out there watching me fall off. That has pretty much happens every time I've tried paddleboarding. Okay, let's make this one a birthday card. Now, of course, there are other elements in this stamp set. If you want to add some vines and some flowers and stuff to the sides of these, you can certainly do that. And let's just go ahead and finish this card off by adding our designer series, our made designer series paper, our stamped here. And then I think what I'll do on this, since I didn't get the ribbon underneath, these are like happy little accidents. I'm just going to cut off a little bit of this. And let's go ahead and just twist it around a few times. And we'll just make a fancy little mess there. So I just twisted around my fingers a few times, trimmed it off. We'll trim it down after we have it attached. I'll stick a glue dot down here. And then I will, let's grab another glue dot. So here I'll take the poke end of my Take a Pick tool to attach a few more glue dots to keep this secure. And now if you did get your Color Club, there probably is not enough ribbon to do it this way because your ribbon is supposed to go down here like so, but you know, I kind of goofed up here and got in a hurry and attached that before I put the ribbon. So this is really cute too. And I will put some dimensionals on this. Of course, in your Color Club kits, your designer series paper varies. I had to split up, but you'll have all of the colors. So yours might not be this one particular pattern. Okay, let's attach that down. And you can also go crazy when you're done with these. You can add some, if you have them on hand, you could add rhinestones. You could add these great decorative matte dots. So you can embellish them up as much as you would like after, you know, you kind of use my guideline. Then you can do whatever you'd like past that. There's no wrong way to make a card. You could add rhinestones, those dots. You could add some Wink of Stella. I really like how that looks too. But now we need a little spot to add our message. Then I'll bring in the 3 cards that I made. Of course, there's still 2 more colors to go. But you get the idea. Same card, same layout. And you get just slightly different looks. I'll show the baby card that I got my reference from too one more time if I can find it. Here it is. So this is where I started my idea. Super cute. This card was from Gail. Gail Connolly had gifted me this card. So cute little baby card. And I've now made it the same layout into a birthday card, a thinking of you card, and a thank you card. So some really great options for a fun fold, easy fun fold, I think. As you know, at a glance, you might think that is way too hard for me, but I hope that I showed you 2 really easy ways to do that, whether you like to just fold or you like to score. There's an option for everybody. And that is going to do it today. Let me just show you quickly one more thing. The Lovely and Lasting bundle that was used in today's card. So stamp set and punch, lots of sentiments to make these wonderful cards. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all of my Color Club members for our 2022 Color Club. You will be getting July ones, gosh, middle of July. So can you believe it? It's already time to start thinking about July Color Club. So get these ones made as soon as you can so that you will be ready to go with the July cards when you get them. Everybody else, I hope if you didn't take part in Color Club this year that you still enjoyed these cards and maybe you can make this as well on your own. Have a great day, everybody. We will see you all again very soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.